What's happening, Carolina fans? Welcome to Two Fans in the Stands, a podcast related to all things Carolina Panthers and North Carolina Tar Heels. I'm your co-host, Tony.
And I'm your co-host, CJ.
Let's go. CJ, what's happening, cousin? You feeling good today?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling optimistic. And I don't want to say that word too loud. Because you know how I've been talking. No. Don't ask no questions. Just keep going. Just keep going.
All I was gonna say is stop the presses. Stop the presses. Let's take a moment and relish this. You know what I'm saying? Let's relish this optimistic moment.
Nah, we gotta keep it moving. That's the last time I'm gonna say that word.
All right. Is there any updates to this week's injury report or transactions going into our week 4 matchup against the Cardinals?
Yeah, on the injury front, Christian McCaffrey did not practice again on Thursday with his thigh injury. And also added to the report was Laviska Shenault. He was also held out with a hamstring injury. And defensive end Marquise Haynes Sr., he practiced fully on Wednesday. J.C. Horn returned to practice. And Frankie Louvu, Ian Thomas, Stanley Thomas Oliver III, and Xavier Woods, they were all limited in practice on Thursday.
Okay. All right. Well, cool. Well, like we do each and every week, let's get right to it. So tell me, what are you looking for in this week matchup with the Cardinals?
I'm looking for the defense to continue what they did versus the Saints. And I'm looking for the offense to finally have their breakout game. Now, as far as the defense goes, I need that same energy. I need them to put as much pressure on Kyler Murray as they did Jameis Winston. But the difference is they need to be sound with their tackling when they're going after Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray is not Jameis Winston. You know, he's shifty. As I saw on social media, they said Kyler Murray looks like a toddler who got his parents' phone and running from him. You know how he run in the backfield.
I heard one of the commentators say that. I was like, no, they didn't. I was like that was some serious shade.
Yeah, but it's crazy though because I can't unsee that now. And I like Kyler Murray. Yeah, I like Kyler Murray. I like his game. I think he gets a lot of undeserved hate, from a lot of folks. But that is never not going to be funny from here on out. Because if you sit there and look at that tape and you just think about a kid trying to run away from you, it's hilarious. But I digress. Let me get back to the point here.
But hold your thought. Quick story, real quick. Quick story. When I was living in Dallas, the barbershop that I was going to, which was in Louisville, which is about 20 minutes north of Dallas, was the same barbershop that Kyler Murray got his haircut at. And his barber was named CJ, who is a good friend of mine. And my barber named Mina. Yeah, and my barber named Mina. But their chairs are right beside each other in the barbershop. And I never forget, me and CJ used to always go back and forth talking about Kyler Murray. Now, granted, I didn't know who he was at the time personally. You know what I'm saying? I had never seen him personally. And CJ was like, yeah, he come in here and get his haircut in the barbershop, whatever. I could have said, I was like, okay, cool. I didn't know. And one day, one Saturday, we both put up to the barbershop probably about 2 or 3 minutes before each other. He got there before me. And we were sitting there waiting for somebody to come and open up the barbershop. Cause I used to get my hair cut first thing in the morning, you know what I'm saying, when they open. And I got out the car. So Troy, that's cause the name of the barbershop was Troy Cuts. So Troy came in, he opened up the shop. So I got out the car and I saw Kyler sitting in his car, and I could tell that I knew that was him sitting in the car. Cause we were, like I said, we were right beside each other. So I get out the car, he get out the car. And I saw this dude and I looked at this dude and I was like, Oh my God. You cannot tell me this is the little dude that causes all the hell at Allen. This was his senior year at Allen High School. I was like,
Uh,
this little dude right here is making all this damn noise. Y'all tell me y'all can't stop him? Like, I'm only 5'7", dog. And I promise you, on a good day, me and Kyler Murray the same height. And he was not 180 pounds soaking wet back then. And I forgot
yeah.
I can never get that image or that day out of my mind because we both sat down in the barber chair and I kept looking and CJ looked at me. Yeah, CJ looked at me and he was like, "Go ahead, man, go ahead. I know what you're thinking." And you know me, I just come off I speak my mind. And I was like, "Man," I said, "Are you Kyler Murray for real?" He was like, "Yeah, man, that's me." And I was like, and I was tripping. And I was like, "Dog, come on, tell me you are taller than this right here." Like I said it, but I'm like, I know he's not taller than it, but I'm like, make me a believer that you taller than what you really are. You know what I'm saying? So we stood up
Yeah.
side by. I promise you, again, I'm 5'7". This dude stood right beside me, back to back, and I promise you, he was not taller than me. I left out of there because I left out of there jaw dropping and all. I was like, I cannot believe this little dude right here is causing all this hell at Allen High School. Now, like I said, this before he even went to Texas A&M, transferred to Oklahoma, all that. He was still in high school. But that dude, dog, when I went back and looked at his tape, and then when he played his freshman year at Texas A&M, I was like, I cannot believe this is the same dude that sat beside me in the barbershop that we stood back to back. And I look at myself and I look at him and I'm like, if this dude can play quarterback in the NFL, that's what I'm saying to myself now. I'm like, if this little dude can play quarterback in NFL, man, there's no kid alive that should think otherwise or have any doubts about whatever their dreams may be. Because trust and believe me,
Yep.
that boy is not 5'10". Not okay. I take that back. I take that back because, like I said, this was his senior year of high school. Now he could have grown a couple inches or
Yeah.
what have you, but just his senior year of high school, I promise you, he was no taller than about 5'7", and probably maybe on a good day 180 pounds. That was on a good day.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to get that out there, like that dude. Even back in high school, where you just go back in this, like he never lost a high school game. This boy is 43-0 as a high school quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He is the greatest quarterback or greatest football player, period, to come out of the state of Texas. So when I say that to you, you would think I'm talking about somebody that's 6'2", 6'3", 220, 230 pounds. No, I'm talking about little Kyler Murray that was 5'7", 180 pounds soaking wet coming out of high school. So
Well,
I know him and I've seen him ever since he was in high school. And I remember them telling me, they was like, when he started off in high school, he was a freshman at Louisville High School and he transferred to Allen. And when he transferred to Allen, his sophomore, junior, senior year, they lost no games. None.
hey, you know
43
what
and
they
0.
say? You know what they say? It ain't the size of the dog in the fight; it's the size of the fight in the dog. So,
Yeah,
hey,
for sure.
and
But
and
I just wanted to
and
get that out there. I ain't mean to cut your time, cut it to your
oh no,
time.
you straight. Oh no, you good, you
Yeah.
good. But I'll jump back into that with the defense, and that's one reason why I say they have to be fundamentally sound when they go up against Kyler Murray. You know, and
Yes,
we
they do.
seen that 2 weeks ago when we played the Giants. Because, like I said, I'm not disrespecting the athletic ability of Daniel Jones, but the Panthers missed a whole lot of tackles on Daniel Jones that could have potentially won them the game later on in the game. Because he did
Yes.
seal the game with I think it was a third down scramble. and got the first down, and then they kneeled the rest of it out.
I think it was like 3rd and 16 or something like that. He picked up all those yards. Yeah.
Something. It was wild. But I just want the defense to take this momentum that they got from the Saints game and continue it. I want them to go out there and keep creating turnovers. I want Frankie Louisville, Oos as they call him. I want him to go out there and continue what he's doing. Yeah, Oos.
Yeah.
But I want him to go out there and continue his fast play, his aggressive style. JC Horn looked good this past week. The one thing I will say is their zone defense, whatever they need to do this week in practice, that should be at the top of their list. Jameis Winston ate that zone defense alive in the fourth quarter. Ate it up. The receivers were dropping in and finding holes in that zone the last half of the game.
Yeah.
But
and you know who they were victimizing. You know who they were victimizing in that fourth quarter? CJ Henderson.
Yeah.
Yep. They victimized him all fourth quarter long.
They sure did. They sure did. Maybe because I know that Phil Snow is not going to abandon that zone defense, because like we always say, we get a lead and then it's all right, fellas. We playing cover 2, and they take their foot off the gas, and it almost cost us. But the guys were playing with a lot of aggression, a lot of emotion, and they worked it out in the end. But I just want to see the defense continue what they were doing and improve.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, and my next thing that I want to see from Panthers, I want to see the offense. I feel like I haven't seen them for 3 games except in spurts. They'll open the door, they peek their head out, they say hello, and then they'll jump back in and close the door and disappear. And I think if they
what's that?
Like one of them Jack in the Box.
The Hobbits on the Hobbits. Well, what they call them on what the little people call on the Hobbit?
Hobbits.
They call Hobbits. Oh, okay.
You talking about Lord of the Rings, right?
Yeah.
They call Hobbits.
They little houses built into the ground. Yeah, they like underground bunkers, but they houses. Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
But they just they pop out and then they disappear. But I think this is the week that they can potentially show up. Arizona has the 30th ranked pass defense. They have the 15th ranked run defense.
Right.
If McCaffrey can, I think the Panthers are optimistic about McCaffrey playing. I really want this to be the week that they show up. I really, really, really want this to be the week that they show up. I need them to show up and show out. The defense showed up. The defense has been showing up all year, in my opinion.
Right.
Now they really, really showed up last week and showed out. But I need the offense to do the same thing. And I get back to it, play calling. I need them not to be so vanilla. Hopefully, and to get to a point that you said, hopefully this is another week of practice, another week of getting more familiar with the play, with the system. Maybe it's another week of them implementing more things into the playbook. However it works out, I just hope that it works out, and I hope that it works out for the betterment of the team, because the Panthers defense can't put up that same game that they did last week versus the Saints every week. I wish they could, but they're not built to do that every single week. And they shouldn't have to, because the offense should be able to put up more than one touchdown a game. Because that's really true. All they've done, except for the Cleveland game. But they really need to be able to put up more than one touchdown a game. But that's my spill on the offense. So what are you looking forward to in this game?
Well, I'm looking for the same thing you're looking for from the defense. I'm just looking for them to continue to gel as a defense and apply pressure to Kyler Murray. For me, I think they can continue the same kind of pressure, but in different ways than what they did last week with Jameis. Because Jameis is not a running threat on the outside like Kyler Murray. So I think pressure up the middle, and they can and try to contain him on the outside with the defensive ends. To keep him from running to the left or to the right, but keep him in that pocket and try to make him throw over, Derek Brown or, Matt Ioannidis or Henry Anderson, whoever may be in there, So, because you talking about a 5'10", 5'11" quarterback in the pocket trying to throw over, these 6'4", 6'5", Henry Anderson 6'6". They have an opportunity to, if they can't get to him on a rush, they can get their hands up and bat balls away. Little known fact.
Yeah.
Derek Brown leads all defensive linemen with 4 passes defended in the first 3 weeks of this season. Like he is like balling out of control for real. 4 passes defended and an interception. You know what I'm saying?
Big dump truck with his bed up in there.
Yeah, for real. He doing his thing. So we did a good job of getting our hands up when we couldn't get to Jameis last week, and we need to do that same thing going forward, especially this week with Kyler Murray. Like I wanted to see Brian Burns and them guys, especially on the edges, be a little bit more disciplined this week, because you just can't just zoom by Kyler Murray and expect for him to be there waiting for you, with open arms. No, he gonna duck up under you and haul ass. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
He gonna get up out of there.
Right.
Most quarterbacks, they could probably extend the play for maybe extra 2, 3, maybe 4 seconds, depending on what kind of pass rush you are bring it to them. Shit, Kyler Murray can sit back there and extend that play for another 20, 30 seconds if you let him.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
They have to be they definitely need to be more disciplined on the edges, and they need to keep applying that pressure up the middle. And like I said, when you can't get to them, get the hands up. And my other thing was, for the offense, I'm looking for better route running and blocking from the wide receivers. DJ Moore needs to get involved early, but we don't need to try to force it to him. I also would like to see Rashard Higgins get some touches. I believe we are too deep at receiver not to use their skill sets to the fullest. That's just my opinion.
Agreed.
There's a reason why we, built this depth from the receivers, okay? And not to utilize them, to their full potential. I think that's a detriment. That's a detriment. Yeah, that's a crime against nature. I was gonna say detriment to the team, but okay, I like that one. I roll with that one too. It's a crime against nature, but at the same time, like I said, you can go either way, however you want to slice that pie. You can look at the play calling. You can say that it's possibly the wide receivers not get open enough or not being in their correct spots. When I say that, I mean, in that window, each quarterback has a window that they try to get the ball to on a passing play. And if the receiver is not in that window, nine times out of 10, they're looking for another receiver, Yeah. So just seeing the receivers run better routes, being where they're supposed to be, and when they're not the number one receiver or the ball is not thrown their way, providing some better blocking. Now, I heard some commentators talking about, oh, Robert Anderson looked good on that block that he had when Laviska Shenault scored. And I'm like, what damn game y'all looking at? Because the blocking I saw, I just saw somebody stand there and look to the side like, is he going by me yet? Where he at? I don't know where he at. I'm just gonna stand right here and there you go, touchdown. No,
Maybe he
that's
was a
not.
distraction.
Yeah.
Maybe
Okay,
he was a decoy.
all right. Okay, that's what you're gonna go with. Okay.
Not really, but
Okay.
I'm just throwing that out there.
I feel you. I feel you. But yeah. As far as that, listen. Like I've said before, and and I'm gonna keep saying it until I see, in my opinion, with my eyes, that it gets better. I need to see better route running from our top two wide receivers, DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson. And I need to see better blocking, especially from Robbie. You know what I'm saying? You're not paying DJ 21 million this year and Robbie 11 million and not getting the best from them on a consistent basis. So I just want to see it consistently. Even when you may not be option number one, you may be option number two. But in order to be option number two, you still need to be where the number two receiver or option two is supposed to be. That's to
Hold
me
on.
that's how you get the ball.
And I'm gonna cut you off, but look at Chenault. Hell, I think he was option 3 on that touchdown play. Well, look what he did with it. Took it to the
Yeah,
house.
and going back to look at that play, I know a lot of people say I think that was like a 3rd and 6 or 3rd and 7 play, right? If you go back and look at that play, Robbie was taking his receiver on the outside. It looked like he was taking him on the go route. DJ more like he was taking a dig route to the inside.
Mm-hmm.
Chenault Laviska looked like he just took the flat into the sidelines, right? He just went to the
Yeah.
flat.
Mm-hmm.
When you go back and look at it and watch how that play uncovered, Baker didn't make a bad decision. You
Mm-mm.
could argue,
Not at all.
and say that yes, DJ was open. Okay, he probably was, but Laviska was wide open. And
Yes.
then nobody covered him until that safety came down. And by the
Mm-hmm.
time he came down, Laviska had already caught the ball, stuck his foot in the ground, whoop, made a miss, and it was off to the races. So I mean,
Yep.
technically, Baker made a good decision. Could he have went to DJ Moore? Yeah, I think he can. Just going back and looking at you know, the replay of that particular play, I believe he could have went to DJ, but I think he had a better option and he went with that one. He turned a little 2 yard pass play into a 67-yard touchdown. So in my mind, there was nothing wrong with that. Um, I just overall, I just want to see better route running, like I said before, and blocking from the wide receivers. And there's just so many different ways that you probably could slice that up, but that's just what I saw. Well, what about you? What did you see?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to your point with the Chenault touchdown. The way
Okay.
that Baker was playing, who's to say he would have made the proper throw to DJ Moore had he decided to throw it to him? Because he was
Right.
all over the place with his throws in that game. He was bad. He had happy feet. It looked like
Yeah,
he
he
wasn't
did.
getting his feet settled, and getting in his proper throwing motion. And then he was throwing high, throwing long, throwing, too far out. So yeah, it worked out. And what did we say last week that we wanted to see Baker Mayfield do? Go to his checkdowns.
Yeah. Yes, we
And,
did.
and to me, that's what he did. I think the first receiver wasn't open. Robbie Anderson was out there doing Robbie Anderson things as usual. And there was Chenault wide open.
Well,
And he took it to the house.
I want to give you a round of applause because see,
Oh hell.
as the week has went on and time has gone on, and you have time to get out your emotions and out your feelings, because you wasn't singing this kind of song about Baker when we did the review of the game against the Saints. You know, you was all on Baker's back, being his harshest critic and all this and all that. And I said, just be patient. He's still growing in the offense. He just got here 2 weeks before training camp. But I'm glad to hear you sing a different tune. Now, you know, I ain't gonna go in too much, but I just wanted to say that, you know, because when I went back and looked at some of the stats, Baker has only thrown 3 touchdowns this year. Okay, he's thrown 1 touchdown per game. It's only been 3 games. He's only had 1 interception. One of the main things that I didn't like about Baker when he came out of Oklahoma was he was too much of a gunslinger. I thought because in college he was more cocky in college than he was in Cleveland, in my opinion. Because I seen him do some things at Oklahoma, and I was like, "There's no way in the hell I would want this guy on my team as my quarterback." Because to me, he looked like a cancer waiting to happen. That was just my opinion at the time. I like the fact that he ain't trying to do too much. And if anybody sees differently, please feel free to leave a comment and share your thoughts. You know, we can chop it up. We can go back and forth about it. But one thing about Ben McAdoo's offense, and this is one of the things that they said when they first hired him, was they talked about when he first came to the Giants. And I think this in 2016, Eli Manning had like 20 touchdowns and like 20 interceptions. I don't remember the exact numbers, but I'm just throwing. He had a bunch of interceptions. And that first year in Ben McAdoo's offense, I think he only had like 6 interceptions in 2016. So he put an emphasis on protecting the ball, making the right reads, making the proper throws. You know, if a guy is open, if he's where he's supposed to be, make the throw. If not, move to your second option. If he's not there, move to your third option. If he's not there, check it down. So I think it may look conservative to a lot of us, but I think he's doing actually a damn good job protecting the ball. That's just my opinion. What you think?
Are you done? Are you done yet?
Maybe. Why?
Well, that was one play. He still looked like crap the rest of the game. So we'll see. That's all I'm gonna say.
Thank you. That's all I wanted you to do is to show a little patience. So, like you said, we'll see.
No.
Here we go.
Don't you only saying this because I said early before we started recording that I was trying not to be too. I was trying not to jinx the Panthers. Okay.
No. I brought that up because of what you said when we did the review, how hard you was being on Baker, and how your tune is kind of changed between then and now. That's all I was saying. So what I was saying, your tune is more in line to what I've been saying. Cause
oh hell no.
Yeah, man, it's okay. Listen, it's okay.
Hey, take us out, man. Take us out.
It's okay. Hey, be positive. Be positive.
Take us out.
Be positive. Don't let me steal your positive energy. I just need you to woosah. Calm down. It's gonna be all right.
I'll be positive when the offense shows up.
Okay.
For more than one drive a game. Put it like that.
Well, let me ask you this: How you doing? How you doing in our fantasy football league?
Well, I'm doing worse than the damn Panthers offense, boy. I'm 0 for everything. God almighty. I am 0 for the world. I am 0 for the universe. Zilch, nada, nothing. I stay at the top of the waiver wire because I haven't done a damn thing all season long. Nothing. I had a shot last week. God. I had a shot last
I'm
week,
crying.
and CD Lamb, I needed him to score about 26 points. He got 22. So hey, what can I say? What can I say? I can't say nothing. But I will say this though. It's good data for my other league where we putting some money in the game. So I'm gonna leave it like that. It's good research from my other league that all my leagues count, but I got money on the line in my other one.
Yeah, but I'm not too concerned with that one. I'm talking about the 2FansInTheStands fantasy football league. All the other stuff I'm not aware of. I cannot verify any of this information that you are relaying to the public. All I can do is go off the statistics, the stats that we have in our league right now. And
yeah, I got you.
In our league right now, I'm the creme de la creme at 3-0, and you are in the mud at 0-3. That's all. So,
hey,
yeah.
Let me tell you, don't get too happy. Don't get too cocky.
Here you go.
Hey, we still got 14 games left. I'm telling you from experience. I started 0-3 in the league last year and came back and won the league. Have your fun. Talk your junk. It's okay. Go ahead. I want all the smoke. I'm here for all of it. Talk your junk, man. Talk it. Go right ahead.
I told you then, and I'm gonna tell you.
You now. Ain't told me shit. Be quiet, man. Take us out, man.
I'm not new to this, man. I've been doing this.
I'm true to this.
I've been doing this a long time.
I'm true to this.
Yes. Please understand. Respect my gangster. Respect it. But that would do it for us.
Wait. Don't you ever say that line in fantasy football. Respect my gangster. Don't you ever put them two lines in the same sentence. Never.
Yeah, you know it. You know what it is. All
right, whatever.
You can't even talk. You have no argument right now. Until you get some wins up under your belt, you can't tell me what to do. You can't.
I can always tell you what to do. I don't care. I don't care if I go 0-17. I'm still gonna tell you what to do. I'm still gonna tell you where you can put all this junk you talking, but I ain't gonna tell that to the public.
You done?
No, I ain't never done. But take us out.
That would do it for us on 2FansInTheStands Week 4 preview of the Carolina Panthers versus the Arizona Cardinals at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. Check us out after the game as we give a full game recap of the Panthers and Cardinals matchup. As always, Panthers Nation, keep pounding.